I'm Braden Ivey. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Enterprise, Mississippi, and I started karate when I was 6 years old. My dad actually took me to my first class. It wasn't one of those things where I was like, hey Dad, I want to do karate. It was more, he had been doing karate since he was 7, so it was more like a family thing. And I'll be honest, I didn't like karate for the first couple years, but he made me keep going because he thought it would be good for like discipline or respect. Also just knowing how to defend myself. And it wasn't until I was about 10 years old that I started putting forth effort and trying to be good. And then around 13 is when my results started getting there, and I'm like, I can be good at this in the future. So
his work ethic is going to take him as far as he decides that he wants to go. There's never a day that he comes in and he's not ready to work. It's usually me having to pull the reins back on him a little bit. You never have to stay on him. Sometimes we have to remind him throughout some of the tougher workouts what he's trying to accomplish. There's times that I come in and I'll write the workout and I'll know what it is, and I kind of feel bad for him a little bit because, you know, to be this top, 50, top 10, top whatever he decides he wants to do. I mean, he's only 18. He's got to do some pretty serious training. And so like I said, sometimes I look at it and then I realize that if I don't set that for him, then I'm letting him down. But he never ever has a question. He never says he doesn't feel good.
Coming up in about a week, I have a tournament in Chile. My first Series A, my first international senior competition. So obviously my goal is to go and perform well and win that. But more than that, I just want to go and soak up as much experience I can in this first competition and use it for the future competitions. Yeah, so in the junior category, I ended up, when I aged out, I ended up ranked number 3 in the world. I got a bronze medal at junior PKF, and I've got a couple of 5th place finishes at youth league competitions throughout those 2 years. I started coming here about a year and a half ago, and the goal coming in really was to add weight and add muscle, get more explosive, and we definitely did that. I gained about 30 pounds since I started coming here about a year ago. With that, I mean, we accomplished that goal, but also my cardio and conditioning went down a little bit, but we addressed it, we corrected it, and now I'm in the best shape of my life, cardio, everything.
When he came to me, he was in a 76 plus class, and he had some personal goals that he wanted to accomplish in that 76 class. But the problem was his body hadn't started growing yet, and he really hadn't been under weight, so I knew that his body was going to come up another weight class. And so we had to sit down and kind of let him decide, because I wasn't going to make him do something he didn't want to do. And I was very upfront with him. This is your career, this is your goals.
2020 Olympics in Tokyo, it'd be a dream come true. The odds aren't really in my favor, and it's pretty unlikely. But for this next year, I'm going to make a push, and we'll hopefully make it there. We'll see.
We're working on a lot of explosive lunge movements, forward, in and outs, a lot of 90-degree angle stuff. His coach, I talked with his coach there in Las Vegas, and he wanted to make sure that we didn't slow him up at all, that because I wasn't aware that they were so much taller than him. And he said, Braden has to be able to move angles and cut angles to be able to get in and get back out so he's not taking damage. He is extremely fast, extremely explosive, very dominant when he goes in there, very confident with his body now, and just pushes to a level that very few can push to. He has one drill that he does, and we do a similar drill with some of my baseball players, and they go 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. And they're broke down in sweat, absolutely exhausted after 15 seconds. And he's kind of sitting in the background grinning, waiting for his turn. And he goes for 3 solid minutes. And the rest of these guys are going for 15 seconds, and he's handling it for 3 minutes. So again, that kind of goes to what type of an athlete it is, what kind of a mental attitude he has, that he can just shut it off and go to work when you need to. it says a lot about a few different things. As far as for the facility itself, it says it doesn't matter the athlete, we have the ability that we can handle them. Anywhere from, you know, a top-level football player to we have top-level pro baseball players, we have swimmers, and now we're talking about an Olympic athlete. And, you know, sometimes I get emotional when I talk about Braden and what he's trying to do. We've got an 18-year-old kid as our most elite athlete because now he's dealing without the world. Baseball is an American sport. Football is an American sport. But one of our young men is going out there and representing our entire country. So, you know, for us, me being very patriotic too, it's big. I love talking about the rings. I could get emotional now thinking about it. When you get a chance to sit back and you know that he's going to be walking out, the entire world's going to see it. You're talking about a young man at 18, 19, 20 years old is going to walk and watch, you know, the Olympic torch get lit, and he's going to be standing under it. I don't really know if you can put into words how special that is.
Just the atmosphere is great, coming in with other elite athletes and just pushing each other every day. It's really great.